All right, yes. Okay, I'm Dom, and I'm part of the Shedlife music, I suppose you want to call it. It's still, the whole thing's still in development, really. But I want to talk specifically about the Shedlife radio show. Currently, we're putting on a monthly show, and with that show, we just put on all our favourite tracks from the month, just what we're constantly listening to, and deliver that to the people, yourselves. So the Shedlife radio show, if you've not heard it, it's just full of just the sick songs. I mean, it's everything from drum and bass to, I don't know, just the illest rap and just a whole mixture of stuff. I don't really know what is going to end up on the show, but I just know there's a certain level, certain caliber of tracks that do end up on the show, and they're the best of the best of what we're listening to, really. I clearly spend far too much time listening to tunes, but it's great, it's good, all good stuff. It was too good to just keep to myself and to the head honcho's self. The tunes were just sick. So I think the idea of the show started because I was just getting sick of you'd be going on to YouTube or Spotify and you're just searching for tracks and tunes, and it'd take half an hour to find one, and especially if you're driving about or you're just busy, you just haven't got the time to just delve in and find tracks. So for myself, what I wanted from the show was just to have a place where you can just press play and you just don't need to skip. All your tunes are there. It's enough to get you interested, and it's exactly just the vibe that I want with the show. And yeah. So, I mean, when I'm putting these shows together, they take surprisingly a long time. Not only the songs are just put together constantly over weeks and weeks, it's just getting your hands on the actual tracks themselves, then putting them into like a folder, going through them all, deciding what's good, what's not, and then from that I end up having, I don't know, 30-40 tracks, and I have to just pick the best of those tracks into a 1 hour mix. That's what I try and aim for. And when I'm actually using the tracks, I'll go for the best one. That's usually what I start with. One that'll have like a decent vibe, or one that's just the sickest track of the moment. I'll start with that one, and then the next track on it, I'll sort of crossfade, blend them, and just to make it, just to continue, just a sick vibe generally. The crossfading bit and getting one tune and another tune together and making that work and blend, that can take up to like 20 minutes. Which doesn't sound like potential little time, but it just shows you just the attention to detail that I'm putting in to these mixes for the show, and it's just all great stuff, really. It is. I love it. So I'll tell you don't know, there's a bit of history behind the Shedlife radio shows. I mean, me and the head honcho, we've been doing these radio shows on and off for years. I mean, I remember when I was, I think, about 7, 8, and that's when like the first sort of attempt or the first practice at a radio show first happened. And if I remember right, it was called DJ Radio, and on it we were just using our dad's tracks that he was playing in the car, and he just said, right, here's a microphone, you can record on that, go crazy. And then that's what we loved it. We just decided, right, we're gonna do a tune. We're gonna do not a tune, we're gonna do a radio show, and we had an absolute blast, and we love the fact that we were able just to record ourselves over the tracks just like they did on the radio, and then we can put, it was the tapes as well, so I mean that shows you how long ago it was, but we could put that tape into the car and then listen to it like it was the radio. I mean that was great, and I still remember that. And I think after that they had like the Talk Boys coming out, and again we remember the DJ radio, and we do these Talk Boys, we try and continue it again even though it's been like years later, and we've been recording songs off the radio with these Talk Boys and trying to do the shows again. But I mean, we're still kids then, and it didn't have any consistency or anything like that, but you know, kids having fun. And then some more years go by, and we think, right, I get like a new computer, and we're still into grime and rap and all that sort of stuff. And we think, right, we can why don't we try and do like an MC show, which we call like the Freestyle Hours, and we'll do that every week. And it was great. Like with the Freestyle Hours, we would just spit bars over instrumentals and I love that. It was great. We'd have probably like a few drinks as well or whatever, and it was just good fun. I think in total there was about like easily over like about 130 shows altogether, and they would include just freestyles like the show is called, clashes, and it was just a constant good format. It was consistency and stuff. So now we got the Shedlife radio shows, and it's just taking the best of everything that we've learnt over the decades, and really just putting it together, and just putting it out there. That's it. That is the Shedlife radio shows. That's the history of it anyway. So I am about to work on the next show, and hopefully that's giving you a little bit more insight into what we do. Obviously there's loads more projects coming. So yeah, thank you for listening.